On behalf of myself, City Council, and the City staff, thank you for being here tonight. I would like to express my profound gratitude for the opportunity that the residents of Mesquite have given me to be their mayor. Having served a little over 6 months, it is an honor to represent you and to work with these 5 council members and our city staff in moving our city forward. We face an ever-changing financial climate. During this time, we must double our efforts to ensure tax dollars are spent wisely. We must carefully evaluate every project to make sure that we meet the needs of our residents without adding additional burdens. Our efforts are beginning to show results. At the end of December 2010, our operating expenses exceeded our revenues by $513,000. As of December 31st, 2011, our revenues exceeded our operating expenses by $244,000. Our general fund balance has increased by $806,000 since December 31st of 2010. I believe, along with many others, that we are not out of the storm, that we are in for a protracted period of financial adjustments. We need to be cautious in our budgeting for the next fiscal year. Although some revenues are trending upward, others such as property tax and others continue to decline. In my opinion, we must maintain the conservative budgeting approach Mesquite has traditionally employed in order to keep our city on solid financial ground. Keeping our financial house in order could not be done without the help of our city staff. In 2011, our staff met the requests for watchful spending while providing quality service. In 2010, our police department had a crime solve rate of 39.58%. That solve rate was the highest in Clark County. As of December 31st, 2011, our police department estimates that our crime solved rate will increase by nearly 16 points to 55.43%, while decreasing public safety budget expenditures by 3%. And I believe our police department deserves a big hand for that. Mesquite Rec Center increased its visitor volume by 2% and decreased its budget expenditures by nearly the same amount, leading to a $42,625 excess in revenues over budgeted expenditures, or a 13.90% profit. Our airport increased its projected revenues by 139%, and that equates to $75,249 excess revenue over our budgeted expenditures, or an 18.27% profit. The fire department responded to 29 fires, 479 miscellaneous incidents and activities, from false alarms to school fire drills. Our EMS unit had 1,816 requests for service, a 9% increase over 2010, while the department decreased budgeted expenditures by 8.85%. Our Public Works Department completed numerous projects and was awarded over $31 million in funding to complete more projects, thanks to the help of Senator Reed, Senator Heller, the Regional Transportation Commission, the Southern Nevada, and I have to read this, Southern Nevada Public Land Management Act, SNPLA, as so well like we call that, the Nevada Department and the Nevada Department of Transportation. Some of those projects include the Exit 120 rebuild, the construction of Lower Flat Top Parkway, and Lower Flat Top Trail. It is of note to mention that Public Works accomplished its projects while decreasing budgeted expenditures by 6%. These are just a few examples of how staff has worked to decrease expenditures while maintaining a high level of service to our community, and I believe they all deserve a big round of applause. I would also like to thank our elected officials, both former and present. We've all stood together and faced these budgets, and we are working hard to make sure that we maintain the services that are here. So thank you to our former elected officials as well as those of us who sit today and have the responsibilities. We also need to thank our state representatives, Senator Joe Hardy and Assemblyman Crescent Hardy, as well as Assemblywoman Marilyn Kirkpatrick. She's the vice chair on taxation. And although she does not officially represent Mesquite, she has been a strong ally for Mesquite's interests in Carson City. Without their help, we would not be in the strong financial position we are in today. So thank you very much to Crescent, Joe Hardy, and in 2012, we will continue to expand our infrastructure to enhance our opportunities of growing our economic base. A priority will be to find funding for the 118 interchange located west of the city. This new interchange will open up the west end of the Commerce and Technology Park and allow easier movement for the trucking that goes in and out of that area right now. Our Public Works Department is further engaged in seeking a right-of-way for a flood berm along the south side of Hunter Park, extending to the Arizona border to protect our residents along the Virgin River. The right-of-way request also includes a designated ATV trail along the Virgin River to serve our growing population of ATV enthusiasts. Take a drink of water. Get ready to go. Over the past few years, our city began a process of becoming more business friendly. We've moved the business licensing into the planning department to create a one-stop shop for companies seeking to start a business in Mesquite. As a city, it's time to face the larger challenges. A major challenge to business growth are the numerous impact fees imposed by various government agencies on new businesses here in Mesquite. When a club is required to pay a city impact fee of $29,000 just to get started, or if they want a restaurant, an additional $50,000, it really doesn't take much to see why a business would choose another city. I'm asking council to review these fees this year and determine if they can be reduced, or if not, create an ordinance allowing them to be paid over time. As you know, the city impact fees are just part of it. We also have Overton Power and the Virgin Valley Water District that have impact fees as well. Yesterday, I had a great conversation with Delmar Latham at Overton Power, and I'm happy to announce, along with Mr. Ken Rock in the hallway here a minute ago, that we're going to be meeting on a regular basis, try and work through these impact fees together so that we can start getting businesses to come to Mesquite and not have that big fight with the impact fees. In conjunction with tax relief, a few years ago, the city implemented a right-of-way fee on Overton Power customers. The 3% fees on power bills are a few dollars to residents. The problem is they're thousands of dollars on our largest employers. The reduction or elimination of this tax would return thousands of dollars to our local economy. These funds could be reinvested into our community in the form of jobs within the next 6 months, I will agendize this issue for council to act on reducing or eliminating the right-of-way fees we charge to Overton Power. No one likes to pay fees or taxes. It's the city's responsibility to ensure our funds are used wisely and make sure those fees or taxes are fair. When collecting business license fees, it's a choice between the lesser of evils. Do we structure our fee based on employment? Do we structure it on square footage? Or do we look to gross revenue fees? In my opinion, basing our fees on gross revenues is the most unfavorable way to determine a business license. We need to revisit our business license fee structures this year and eliminate the gross revenue fee and find a better way. Sign ordinances are one of the most contentious issues we face in our city. This year, the council and I will wade into the issue to address the temporary signage, LCD signage, and reconstructing the old neon signs within the downtown business district, and other issues. I'd also like to mention that we're going to need your help on doing this, businesses. So I'm going to have some town hall meetings as well as some work sessions with council so that we can come up with your ideas to make this work better for all of us together. Looking into the future, we need to plan ahead for the eventualities we'll face in the next few years. Our redevelopment agency has approximately 13 years left until the property taxes we can collect go back to non-RDA levels. We've spent over $12 million in RDA bond money. The city needs a plan to wisely invest our remaining funds to ensure we improve our blighted areas. Finally, we cannot forget the debt we owe our veterans. They deserve a place where they can be laid to rest that honors their sacrifice and service. We are nearing the time when our city will need a new cemetery. Once that location is determined, I will ask council to set aside an area befitting our veterans. Meeting with residents over the last 6-7 months, I like to kind of reverse roles. They always like to ask me questions. I love to ask them questions. It's kind of fun. But one question I do ask, especially those who are new to our city or have been here just a short time, I like to ask them why they moved to Mesquite. The most amazing thing is they generally answer the same way, because Mesquite feels like home. It's our quality of life that attracts so many wonderful people to our community. A quality of life that includes the highest high school graduation rate in Clark County, a safe and well-protected community, and passionate residents. These all combine to make Mesquite the best city in Nevada to call home. God bless you. Thank you for the opportunity to be your mayor.